Hey everyone, so in this video we're going to take another look at KenShape. KenShape is a recently released, easy to use 3D modeling application. What KenShape does is it has a very rudimentary 2D paint program within it. You draw your image and then when you're done, it extrudes it out in two directions along that third axis. So you're drawing the vertical, the horizontal, and then it extrudes out depth. So what's very important to understand about this, which I don't think I properly conveyed in the previous video, is that you are drawing the central plane. You are inherently drawing the central plane. And the reason for that is because when you say how many voxels out a pixel, a block is going to extrude, it extrudes in both directions. So let's click on 24 by 24. So first we'll just create a simple little block. So I'm going to use the block shape here and click on brown. Actually, let's click on red because we're probably going to make a roof. And say I want to make a roof. All right, I'm not going to draw a really large one because I already said that this won't work, but I want to demonstrate why it won't work. And I'm just left clicking and dragging. Okay, so this is the drawer stage. If you go to depth, you can see everything is a depth of 1. If I say, okay, this is the bottom of the roof, so everything else needs to extrude out more, and I go 2, and then I go 3, and we click on preview. Clearly, that's not a roof because it's extending out in both directions, and you only want it to go out in one. So in other words, you can't start with the top, you can't start with the bottom. You're inherently working with the central plane. But more than that, you're probably going to have to use the vertical central plane as well. Because for the reason I just showed, I can't start with the center of the roof. That wouldn't work either. So what you would do instead, so let's just right click and erase this. And we'll keep the roof red and we'll do like a brown chimney. So let's just do, so there's 3 left there. And then we'll just do this and this. And again, this isn't meant to be a fine drawing. This is meant to be voxel art. Okay. So let's see, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So it looks like I need to start, oops, with 1 less. There. So we're going to now click on depth. And we want the bottom to be widest, so we'd start with 8. I would just left click and hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1 is already 1. And now, oh, I missed something in there. I missed the 5. So click on preview. Now that looks more like a simple roof. It's a little bit rectangular rather than square, but maybe that's the look that you're looking for. And that's another limitation is that right now, regardless of how high and wide this is, it never goes out more than 8. So to me, that's a problem because that means this is inherently not going to make cube-shaped objects that as you're using a bigger and bigger size to begin with, it's going to be more and more rectangular. So I'm hoping that maybe in later versions they add more depth. So now you have a roof. Well, for the very same reason, you can't do a chimney because if we were trying to do a chimney, let's change this to brown. Again, if you're trying to draw a chimney, and we'll hollow out the middle, okay, that wouldn't work if you, it would work, but you wouldn't be able to do like the lip at the top. So if we go to depth and say we make this 8, so you've got that, okay, but again, if you want the lip around it, So here's the rim. That will inherently be the middle. See? You can't get away from that. So that's the big takeaway I'd like you to get from this tutorial is the fact that you're drawing the middle plane, the central plane, and you're probably going to have to use the vertical. So if I try this vertically, it just about works. So so just like the roof is vertical, we'll say start here. We'll go up. And maybe that's a little bit too much. And if we go to preview, and let's do that. Erase, excuse me, kind of late at night here. Erase is just right click. And so now what we'll do is depth, we'll make that say 2. Here we go. So now you have a roof with a little chimney, and you can indeed give this that on the top. So now we need to give that some depth as well. So it's a bit overdone, and again, you can't do the open center, because if you do that, see, you've got, looks more like a tuning fork now, so that's a limitation. And didn't really think this out, let's see if we can do the rest of the house. And like I said, this is very rudimentary, so there's no line tool, there's no triangle or circle tool. This is version 1.0, so I definitely expect them to do some updates to this. They did a lot of support for Asset Forge, which is another 3D modeling application. Okay. Now we know that this is 8, so that means we'd want it to be one less than that. So let's make it 7. Paint bucket would be nice as well. Again, I'm just kind of thinking what a regular paint program would have. Obviously, it won't be as sophisticated. That wouldn't make sense for the context of this. There we go. And let's see. You can try to do other things as well, but again, since it's symmetrical, like if you tried doing a window, like say you did that, I believe it will show up on the other side too. Yeah, which may not be bad. So again, it all depends what you're looking to do. And I need to fix the chimney. So let's just keep doing that. So again, having that be symmetrical in this case isn't so bad. So it's 2 and 3. And we had this is 5. And then you could do a door. So maybe we go back. Let's just do a green door. And that could just be flat because like I said, you can only come out 8. So that means this would have to go in by 1 more. This would have to go in by 1 more. This would have to come in 1 more. And then I could have the frame come out by 1. So 8 times 2, since it's 8 in each direction, 16, really kind of limiting. But just like that, we have a simple little house. So again, most of these applications, it's not meant to be your final graphics. It's meant to be your placeholder graphics. So you're doing your proof of concept. You're doing testing to see if what you're trying to do even works or even makes sense. And you want to just quickly throw something in there. So I think that's about it. And again, you can just keep building on this and adding more to it. Like as I demonstrated with the door here, not everything has to be extruded. You can just paint something that's already there. But I think that should about do it. So let's end there. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that this maybe makes it a little bit clearer about how this tool works. And again, like I said, this is a very early version. It's version 1.0. These guys tend to support their tools for some time. And if there's anything else you'd like to see, just let me know, and please enjoy the rest of your night.